Hi friends, it's Amanda. Welcome back for more Hip Kit Club inspiration. Joining you today for some April kit love. And today is product focus day. And I am focusing on two of the Crepe Paper Sweet Story products. The first one is this gorgeous paper called Confection. And as you can see, it's a fabulous cut apart sheet. It's got lots of Polaroid negatives and negative strips, Polaroid frames, that sort of thing. It's really cute. And then I'm also focusing on the chipboard stickers that go with this collection. And I've got this darling photo of my sweet girl and puppy. And straight away I was drawn to that particular yellow card there. So I'm going to start snipping away at this paper. And I've gone and grabbed, all the yellow ones. And then I like that little hint of green. There's sort of a grey green in the background of the photo there. And I just felt that, that mix of colour was beautiful together. So a few of the ephemera pieces as well from this collection. I love that little dog. It's not a sausage dog, but it's pretty close. It's a tiny dog. That's what we needed. Just a little dog popping out. So I think that's cute. I love the labels. And do you know what? I've just pretty much put everything under my photo and gone, ta-da! Because that's the lovely thing with crepe paper, isn't it? Everything looks so pretty together, and it is a lovely collection for layering. So white cardstock is just from the April cardstock kit. And sorry, just pulling off the adhesive off of that one so I can play around with it. I do that with all my chipboard stickers actually. I tend to remove all the adhesive unless it's right at the end where I'm adding some last minute ones in. But generally I've already peeled most of these because I like to move things around so much. I change my mind too often. I love the idea of having the double bow with the pink and the yellow. So I'm going to stick with that, I think. And of course, there's another cute little dog. So we have to pop that in because it is a very cute puppy story. So just going to tuck everything in. So it's one of those ones where there's lots of tucking and layering and lots of pretty things. And I do like the idea of having this little pop of pink to balance out all the yellow and the green. So I've grabbed two of the pink ephemera cards as well. I like them. I'm not quite sure where everything's going to sit yet, but I like it how it is anyway. So it's at a start point. And then the Caterpillar Summer Market floral paper, the reverse side of that is that gorgeous yellow gingham, and I just felt like that really made all the yellow pop and come together beautifully. So even though I'm focusing on crepe paper today, I did want to pop in that Caterpillar paper because it just ties in gorgeous. And I think you'll agree with me that yellow gingham is just so happy, and the whole page has that gorgeous happy vibe to it anyway. The photo is beautiful. When you see it up close, she's got the most lovely smile, and it's just really divine and happy memory, and yellow makes me happy. So yeah, definitely going with that for now. I still like those pink though, and I want to incorporate. I think I'm gonna remove that bigger Dream Big chipboard and just pop the pink in so we can see if it's, look, I think we need the pink to soften out that yellow. I think it's just sometimes the yellow has that little hint of mustard. It's quite strong, so just to tone it down, the pink is really soft for that. Now that I'm going to go and commit and start doing something, I'm actually going to tear about half an inch to an inch off each side and really distress both sides of my paper. And I think this is because I love that gingham so much. I decided I couldn't just have one strip of it. I decided I'd like two. So I'm going to tear that off and distress the edges. Pop, just little portions of that because the whole layout is about, layers and tucking and things popping through. And I thought that tied in beautifully. And I'll machine stitch that, which I've done off camera. And you can see now how cool that looks. And I did cut strips because as you could see, that paper was too divine just to waste. So I've got plenty of it spare still, which is good, so I can use those florals at another time. And if you're like me and you do like to get all the things, make sure you've got a subscription. This month I think the kits were sold out in like half a day to a day. It was crazy. June kit has just gone like no tomorrow. So if you're a subscriber, obviously you save on your extra kits, but you're guaranteed to get your main kit as well. So it's a really good idea to get yourself a subscription. So I'll pop details for that in the description box below as well, so you don't miss out on the July kits now, because you can't even get the June ones now. I think they're all gone. It's crazy. But, you know, it's because they're so gorgeous, and everything Hip Kit do is just divine. So I'm definitely loving my April kit at the moment. I can't wait for May to arrive, but I'm not in a hurry because these are just beautiful, so much to play with. I'm going to incorporate the Sweet Story golden bows, and of course these adhesive brads from Cartabella. I think they'll tie them beautifully, and yeah, the enamel dots, because we need some scatters for such a clean page. I think we need to break it up just a little. So fairly happy with how this is looking now. So just going to speed things up and get things in place. I will snip those labels down though, they were just that bit too long. And obviously they were from the confection paper that we are focusing on today. And I think they look lovely once I added in that bow and that adhesive brad to hold everything in place. I know that little cluster just looks really sweet now. And I think it just brought everything together. I'm really happy with how that's turned out. And that, because the brad has the black and the white stripe, it just balances out the two black Scotty dogs as well. And I think, yeah, you've got that magic of three happening, and it's just balanced perfect now. I'm just happy with that little cluster in the corner. And now obviously this is a bit tricky with me with layers. Sometimes I like to cut things and move them around. I end up changing things just a little, but generally I just use a little bit of tape because I tend to move things around even once they're in place. And you'll see me do it with this card on the left hand side of the screen that says I can't help but smile. I end up cutting out the word smile so I can use that, because it works beautifully with the theme of my layout. That sentiment is gorgeous, smile. But you'll see when I go to, like, I've stuck most things down, and then I decide that I'll tuck that card in as well. So it's a good thing that I don't actually use too much tape. Yeah, and then at the end, if there's anything lifting, I'll just come in with a little bit of fine liner glue to hold things in place, because I tend to just, change my mind. So yeah, here we go. So I've snipped out the word smile. I'll save that for later. And then those pieces, the one on the back was easy, but the one in the top there, I had to sort of wriggle it in, and just handy that I don't like to stick too much in place. Just going to double foam mount, the cluster, just so it lifts off the page, because everything's so clean and pretty, and I felt like it just needed that little pop more to stand out. And yeah, I like the smile in the top right corner there. And I've decided I'll have a small little right cluster as well to balance out the one on the left. And I think this is going to look so cool. Oh, I found the chipboard that says Sunshine and Smiles, and it's in mint green. How perfect is that for my title today? Because if you look at the photo closely, and you'll see it in the close-ups, she has the most beautiful smile for her puppy, and it was just divine. So that was the perfect title piece. And that one says, Hello Sunshine. It's lovely. They're from Cartabella, of course. And so many pretty things. So many gorgeous things. Adding in the enamel dots. I'm going to put the green scattered ones around those tinier clusters in the top left and right. And then all the lemon ones around my darling girl's photos. So it has that little balance. Now I realised the pink's starting to disappear. So to bring that back in and have it cut through all the lemon, just going to use those larger thickers, and I think they do that perfectly. The X's and O's are just enough. You know, you couldn't have a big title with them because they are quite dominant, and this is a very delicate and soft page, but just by having the X and O, it's enough to cut through all the lemon and all the green and just, balance things out again. And I think that looks really, really pretty. I'm actually really happy with that. And look, it is pretty much done, but because I've sort of gone, you know what, I like that bit of pink, and I think maybe I need a little bit more. And I looked at the enamel dots, but I think the pink was too candy pink there. So I'm just going to add in a couple, two more little chipboard pieces. These are those gorgeous little roses, so they tie in lovely, but they just add that little extra pop of pink to finish off my layout. And look, that's pretty much it for me today. Underneath my Sunshine and Smiles, I am going to put a little bit of typewriter journaling off camera to tell a bit more of her story. But for now, that is my lovely layout. It was simple, it was beautiful, but then crepe paper is that way, isn't it? It's so easy to just layer it all together and look really lovely. And Yeah, it's so beautiful. So I hope you've had lots of fun watching. I hope I've inspired you with your April hip kits. If you've got questions or comments, please don't hesitate to pop them down below. Hit those like and subscribe buttons and all of those things. And thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful, happy arty days. Bye.